trying to get used to this phone being a pain in the ass. Hopefully this audio goes through. I gotta remake a video. I don't know what the hell happened. Someone did watch it. Mother puss. Someone did watch it, the video, and said that was something new they discovered. Then another person watched it. It was Thunderbolt. Said there was no audio. So I don't know what happened there. This phone has been doing some messed up shit. Trying to get used to it is another whole ordeal. We got to go download another friggin' camera because the one I got on it that came with it is good, but it don't friggin' record over a half an hour. I'm pissed about that. They're talking about overheating and all this. It's like, what the Alright, when I need to do my goddamn ghost hunting like the mansion, I need a good hour camera. I don't know. If I didn't need the money, I would have saved my other phone, and only do that with that purpose. But anyways, I wanted to go over something. I had to reload a video, and this is about a house that I remember very well. I think I've spoken about it, but the whole I got another story out of this. And I would say, well, my father knew this man that lived in this house. I would say going to war really messed with his mind and left him very vulnerable in the brain, very paranoid. And that's why I wanted to bring this story up, because his brain being very vulnerable led to the ghost that haunted him. And I'm guarantee this is what happened. I mean, this guy, when my father told me a couple stories about this guy, it's like, what the My father tried to get him a job, and he was giving him a ride, and the guy said, I can't go to the job, I feel so. Something he did, he got out of the car, and he couldn't work. Something about my father drove and went back and saw him still there. I don't know. It was messed up. Messed up. And then this guy being in the, Fort Devens U.S. Army base at the time, had my father make a gun. Had my father cut out in, if anybody's seen, yeah, I'll be back. Hold that thought. So anyways, as I was saying, I went the wrong direction. I'm late. Now I gotta go all the way back this way, and oh man. I would like to say that I saw a goddamn owl at my son's school in Leominster. As I'm driving up the hill, see a huge bird. S.O.B. sitting there. Like I say, the owl has been showing himself a lot lately in my life. He also had a white distinctive marking across his chest. It looked like a line. And then it went down like the brown, and then up top reddish brown, what mahogany color, whatever. But it was all white right here in the line. So I gotta make sure I keep watching for that if it's the one that's been coming in my yard. Man, that would be some shit. But there he sat perched high. First I thought it was a hawk, but I noticed his head was round up like an owl would be. So I was like, whoa, just keep having these damn encounters. Of course, I had my phone all set up for this video. I couldn't take it out time enough to take any pictures but, oh man, I can't believe that just happened. But anyways, as I was saying about this, and this house. Now, if anybody knows about old houses, back in the day, they'd put like a, what do you call it? Like, say, the front window to the house, or in a master bedroom, they'd put like a shelf in with carved woodwork. So, yeah, if you were up in your room and you could use it for sitting on, it would look like a bench. Or it would lift up like a cover and you could put clothing in it, like a cedar chest. But it was connected to the house on the wall. And sometimes you got woodwork that would go up along the wall the long way, you know, have nice looking, you know, what do you call them? Pillars? The round pillars, or the round things that you see in front of the house, like, damn it. Well, anyways, this guy had woodwork behind his bed. Or he had one of them shelves, I believe. Whatever the case may be, he had my father cut a hole in this thing for his military gun. I think he might have been military police in the army. But like I keep saying, this guy, damn it, was like paranoid of everything. And I forget what my father said about why he jumped out of the car. He couldn't go any further. But take that to mind. And, man, hang on a second. Okay, I'm going to get this video done in the next hour. Take this to mind that this guy had, paranormal stuff happening around him. But also he had a paranoid, you know, jumpy life. Like I said, I don't know if the war did something to him or if he went into combat and saw things. This guy always had but you gotta remember one thing. When you're weak-minded like that, that's where you're vulnerable to the spirits. Especially the evil ones that want to do raw harm. But, he had my father build this thing so he could hold his gun there. Because he said there's something in that house. There's something in this house, he kept saying. So my father went over there and made him a little cubby hole type thing. And yeah, he just had this pit, this thing with the ghost. And I believe it. So, I mean, I'm gonna get my shut off for a minute. I gotta get my coffee. So this is the area of the house. And this is... let me get that from the beginning. Oh, how the hell did I miss it? Oh, wait a minute. That ain't showing it right. Hang on a second. I will be back. So, Jesus H. Christ. Here's the house. I was lucky enough to save the damn picture I took of it. So this house, I've been in it a couple times with my father. But the best time that I remember was that goddamn spider monkey this guy had. And I mean, he called up my father one day, and I was with my father. He's like, Arthur, you gotta come over here and help me. And back then, I'm a kid, not realizing. But now it makes sense. Because the monkey was flipping out. I mean, that thing was throwing shit and everything like them spider monkeys do. But I don't think it had nothing to do with the guy. I don't think it had nothing to do with, you know, it might have got, you know, these damn monkeys. They say they're bad to have for pets, but, and they were legal back in them days. But I think whatever was in there was tormenting it. The spirit. If this guy was rightfully having some issues with the house, and I think he saw something. Honestly. I didn't get the whole story or the whole thing. But you know, my father, he's on that skeptical page of, I don't believe in ghosts. Blah. But this guy here, I mean, I don't care. He might have been traumatized by war or the army or whatnot. But for him to have my father make a friggin' gun shelf near his bed, I mean, I don't care. I still think he saw something in that house. And then that monkey saw something. I mean, when I got there, we walked right through where the hell's the door? Yeah, we walked right in the front door there. And in there is when you first walk in, I think there's to the left. Yeah, to the left is a big ass, like, living room, dining room area. Also, when you go in, there's a set of stairs right at the front of the door that go up. And I believe off to the right, there was another room. But right where these windows are is where we were. And they got the high ceilings in this place. So this thing was freaking, I want to say, yeah, he had like a jungle gym type thing in there that I can remember. And the thing was just flip and flop and flick, you know, going all over the place, from swinging, leaping. And eventually, I think, yeah, they boxed it in and caught the thing. But, well, when I went in there, I looked up to the ceiling. I'm like, what the fuck is over there? Woo, throw this shit, woo. That thing was spooked. And I mean, yeah, I can remember the guy saying he just started going crazy. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's like, Jesus Christ. And me, I'm just a kid. Yeah, I'm just over here. What the? Whoa, I'm trying to get in what he's saying. But I was more interested looking at that monkey. He's like, wow, look at the monkey, man. He's going over there. I was all excited. But whatever's in this house, man, had this guy petrified. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I say, could have had some post-traumatic stress. Which back in that day, them days, I think it was like 78 or 79 that this happened. Now, I think I was like 6 years old. So, stuff like this didn't even exist. But with that ghost story that he came out with, and he wanted that gun by his bed, I mean, that I don't care what anybody says. I think this man saw something. And like I say, when you're vulnerable to the spirits, especially evil entities, they're going to haunt your ass. They're going to spook you. They're going to come out and give you a fright for your life. But it's tough to say what used to be in this area. Because if you go to the left of the screen where my video shows that hill, that's the bridge hill that goes up over the railroad tracks. The main line into that town. And, well, whatever could rightfully have been killed or died in this house, because I don't think this house, I think this house maybe was built in the 1800s, but you gotta remember though, this goddamn Ayer Ma, home of the Nipmuc tribe. And right also, when you go over the bridge, you look over the bridge, and there's the post office on the other side, the railroad tracks. If you go up on the bridge and you look like, I would say you look straight across to this huge rock that stands. I need to take a picture of this, because not only did that railroad track lay there, that used to be water. I think it used to be part of a brook, or not a brook, but a waterway, at least, maybe a river, that connected ponds together. So yeah, the railroad tracks was never a path, it was waterway. And I'm for certain, now that I think of it, I think Native Americans used to use that rock, to look down at the river or whatnot. Use it to catch, to know where there. It was a marker, that was for sure, for the Native Americans. And I have to do a run through the town to show that. But all in all, like I say, it's right here, man. That was a funny situation. It was funny, though. I didn't understand the goddamn... I thought the monkey just maybe got out of his cage and, he might have pissed the monkey off. And that thing was hauling ass, boy. I'll never forget that day. Never. Unless I go senile, but... Over there. That's my thoughts and theories on this. Whatever spirit lies in this house, I don't think it's a nice one. This is something I've been meaning to talk about. And like I said, my father told me that story about the gun in the bed. And like, what the fuck? I'm like, God damn. And he giving the guy a ride to work, and he got out and I don't know, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he had a friggin' few screws loose. But be safe, take care. Always believe. Always. Out.